Alright, we're at the Andersons' house after Ike. We have no significant major damage. Our house is unscathed from a major perspective. No windows busted, no trees down on the roof. We are, although from a twig and branch perspective it looks like a war zone. Lots of oak trees in our yard and they held up. We do have some damage in the backyard. Our neighbors' houses look to be okay. Also have some snap trees and stuff, but nothing that came down. Yeah. As you can see, garage doors held up. This is a tree here that went another 30 feet higher and it snapped off, and what it looks like is lightning hit it, burned a hole through it, weakened it, and then the wind took care of the rest. You can see here there's a charred burn mark. And I presume that happened in the storm, although, and maybe it happened years before, but it looks fresh. There's some more of it. Here's the creek. The creek did not come up all that high. Being on the dry side of the storm saved us here. It's high. I mean, this is probably 6 feet above the dock that is below there, but that's all good. This giant 2-limb oak tree that I'm looking at here, I was worried about it. I'm thinking it's old and not as healthy as some of the others. But being that it's lower here on the creek and probably has a real good root system, it's fine. One of the saving graces for these trees is the fact that we've had about a month of no rain and the soil here turns to concrete, and that I think helps a lot of trees from not ripping out of the roots. We really didn't get that much rain. I think Jim and Deanie's house we got maybe 3 inches. This is a tree, there's an oak tree that was nestled in this one, kind of on the neighbor's yard and my yard in between, and it snapped off at the top and landed on a shed in her backyard. But all considering, that's not too bad. I've walked her house and it looks okay. We had quite a few medium-sized limbs that were over our house from this tree, and I debated getting them trimmed the day before, but thought our house could manage them if they broke, and that theory came positive because there's the pile of them all that were basically shading this side of the house, and that's gone now. They'll grow back, and it's a small consequence. Sydney wanted all these palm trees to rip down, but of course palm trees are a bazillion years of evolution of being able to withstand hurricanes for amazing reasons, because they're really not that strong a tree and they're top heavy, but somehow they do it, and these did it. Sydney wanted them down. I'm telling her that anything that stood Ike deserves to stay. Anyway, that's our story. At least the first assessment. Lots of cleanup left, but we can do that. There's a cold front coming in a couple days, and be hunkering down at Jim and Deanie's with a generator, and then coming back here to do cleanup work. They're saying power is probably 2 weeks out, although they say that and you might be 2 days and you might be 4 weeks, so that's just the way it goes. There's supposedly 2 million people out of power right now, or 2 million customers. That may mean 3 million, 4 million people. Anyway, all pretty good considering.